We got this, Pete. 225 people playing this game.
Well,
right
we should
now.
have had it.
We got this. Yeah, yeah. Oh, fans. Sorry. Fuck, I'm distracting myself.
Yeah, just cool, calm, collected.
Straight into
boys.
it. Straight into it. Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go.
Cool, calm, collected. Calm, collected.
Mike, right. Con top right.
I'm done.
I'm done.
Fans.
Right, damage. Wall.
I have no sound. No game
Yeah,
sound.
shit happens.
Well, I
Reload,
don't know if the
reload.
drones are coming or anything, so I can't hear them.
That's cool.
Oh, fucking hell. Right, fans.
Con top right.
Yeah.
Mike left.
Mine's done.
Mine's
done.
Fans.
Fans.
Wall. We need damage on this wall.
Damage on this wall. Change weapons.
Nice.
Reload.
Right, make sure you're at the wall straight away. There's still red, hold up. I'm going to true grit this one, because we did a lot less damage. Right, I'm true gritting. We need damage on this wall.
Nice. Well done.
Need to get the maps.
Mats and fans, yeah.
I got it.
Top
Tell me,
left.
I'll be in that room. Just tell me what you need, boys.
Mike
Tell me what you
left.
need.
Mine's done.
Mine's done.
Fans.
Yep. East wall. I'm on the wall now. Let's go.
2 seconds, I'm reloading.
Drones then. Drones. Just a couple.
I'm on the wall.
Fucking. Come on, we have to two-phase this wall. We have to.
Is that wall?
Yeah.
Is that
I'm
last
injured.
one? Fucking move drones.
Wow, these drones are fucking wankers, man. I'm in
Right,
my little
Fizz?
people building. Yeah?
When we call fans next time, do drones and O2.
Okay. Fans, do
I need
all
help with
of
these
them.
drones.
Okay. Yeah, I'm coming. EMP out.
Con long corridor.
Okay.
Mike right.
Oh, fans. O2. Drones. In that order.
Fans,
fans,
yeah,
drones.
O2. Yeah.
Fans, drones.
Done.
O2.
I'm done.
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 Fans.
Okay, doing it now. Fans. Drones. O2.
Let's go, boys.
Let's phase this wall.
Okay, I'll come in. I'm on the wall
Red.
now.
It's still red. Get on the other side of that wall, Bill.
I'm doing it. I'm true gritting.
Yeah.
Right, I'm
on
doing the wall.
Now. I'm on the wall, hands on. Hey, let's go.
Get in there.
Fucking yes. Oh my god. I can't be asked to celebrate. I can't be asked. It's taken so fucking long.
Let's go!
Why?
Yes.
I got a Tavra Assault. It's
fuck
dropped at a
I just got
264.
the control
Go,
room vector.
boys.
So, it's time for tips on the Breakpoint Raid supercomputer, which is known as Titan Beta. This one's probably, in my opinion, the hardest out of all 4 bosses. There seems to be a lot more that you need to focus on at the same time, and comms are 100% necessary. I don't think you'll ever get this stuff done without communication. So if you're struggling to find players that are willing to communicate, then just keep backing out of groups. Make sure you find a group that will communicate with you, because you are going to need it. So in terms of weapons, the only weapon you ever need throughout this entire raid is the Stoner LMG. You put the extended mag on for another 50 rounds, you get the at-peel sight, which is going to reduce your horizontal recoil if I remember correctly. You then put on a compensator, you get yourself the iron sights, and you also grab the bipod. In terms of perks, you make sure that I recommend 2 players run Drone Hunter, so that when you are killing drones, it's replenishing all of your health. Sensor Hack for extra damage against drones, I believe it's called Sensor Hack, there should be 10% DTD there. And then the third perk isn't really that important. So as soon as you spawn into the room, you're going to be on the top floor. One of you are going to stay on the top floor, the other 3 are going to need to drop down. Make sure you are still running your damage resistance rations, they are always going to come in handy. In this little room in the corner, we call it the map room. If you're heading from the wall that's by that corner, you head in the side room, you've got a map on the right hand side in the back bit, and you have a map on your left hand side. It's going to take you a little while to get used to where the locations of the panels are, but the monoliths are what you're interacting with from this map. The map with 6 panels on it is downstairs, the map with 3 panels is upstairs, so get to know your locations. You're going to have 1 person running upstairs, the person that stayed up there from the beginning. You're going to have 2 players running a panel each downstairs, so you need to be calling which panels you're using. Or like I was doing, call out the panels that your teammates need to be doing, because someone's going to have to go in there and tell the player that's up top exactly what panel to hack. The 4th player, that at this point has nothing to do, is going to be above the map room. This is where you control the fans, the oxygen, and the drones. Do not touch any of these panels until you absolutely need to. After you've hacked all 3 of the panels that are showing up on the map, you're going to interact with the fans. That's going to turn the gas off. Oxygen is only needed if that bar is close to being full, because once that bar hits the top, that's a wipe, that's game over, starting again. The drones are only really going to be needed because basically that panel just keeps them in place, like it stuns them for a minute. That's only really needed towards the end of this. It's very important to note that each of the walls is only going to be 2 phases. If it's taking more than 2 phases for each wall, give up, start again. You need to be dealing a lot of DPS, and it's going to take you a few runs. You're not going to go in there and complete it first time. You have to learn the patterns of the walls, because it has little panels that open up as you would have seen. So, Mike was starting upstairs on the panels, me and Con were downstairs on the panels, Fizzle was on fans, oxygen and drones. So when you first start, I run into the map room and I look on the map for upstairs. I call out which of the panels to hack for Mike. You go up to the panel and you hack it. It starts a little like upload sequence. And you have to stay within a sort of, you get like a fairly big radius, but you have to stay pretty close to the panel, otherwise the hack will stop. Once all 3 are done, you're going to call out to the player on the fan panel to hit that so that the gas disappears. As soon as they've done that, they drop down, you're going to start attacking the wall. There is a panel either side of the area where the wall is. Interact with those, and you don't need to do it at the same time, you literally just need to make sure that both are done. So if I was already there, Fizzle was jumping down from the fan controls, then I would just hold my hand on the wall ready, he would interact with it when he was ready, that would still open the wall up. So you start dealing damage. You need to try and get everyone dealing DPS. When you're on this first wall, I believe the player upstairs can still shoot it, but you want to make sure you're doing a lot of damage, because as I said, these have to be 2-phased. There's no point making this boss take any longer. So you start shooting at the wall, that one's going to close up, and once it closes up, you're going to run to the complete opposite direction. So if this is the south wall, you're going to run to the north wall. As you're in that room, there is a wall on the north, east and south. There is no wall to the west. So from the south wall up to the north wall, you're going to interact with the panels, you're going to start dealing damage again. After that second wall, do not worry about the east one just yet. Head back to the map room, get the guy to go back upstairs on fan control, and you're just going to do that cycle. Make sure that the third player, so it was me and Fizzle mainly on the wall, Con was back up on the wall. Con is also the other player doing the downstairs panels. Con needs to be focusing on the drones to protect me and Fizzle whilst we're mainly DPS in this wall. You'll hear the alarms going off for the drones coming in. You have EMPs you can use, but the later you get into this, it will start bringing out heavy drones. EMPs do not affect those. They deal a lot more damage. They take a lot more damage. That's why you have to get this done quick, or you're just going to be stuck. You're going to keep dying over and over again. You should have, by the end of your first phase, by the time the fans have been turned off the first time, you should have both the south and the north wall with less than half health. Like half armor, sorry. Then on your second phase, you do the same thing again. So you have 2 players doing the downstairs panels, 1 player doing upstairs panel. As soon as them 3 are done, you call fans. The fans get turned on so the gas disappears. You damage the south wall. There will be a cooldown, so the handprints on the monolith thing will be red. Wait for them to turn blue, do the same thing again. Make sure on that second time round that south wall is destroyed. Run round to the north, take out the north wall. That leaves you with east. All you have to do is rinse and repeat. Make sure that on your final go, so you do 1 phase with the east wall after south and north are destroyed. Get it as low as you possibly can. I wouldn't recommend running any medics unless 1 player is struggling. If someone is struggling, then maybe they could run medic or something. There is another perk, I believe it's called Inspired. When your teammate destroys a drone, you're going to get health back. But after the south and the north are destroyed, you do your first phase on the east. Get that below half health or as low as you possibly can. Use your true grit. Make sure you're using everything you possibly can. And then on that second phase of the east wall, which should be your final phase, make sure the player from the top jumps down and helps deal damage as well. So your 4th and final phase should be doing the panels, turning the fans on to get the gas to come out of the room, hit the oxygen, just because it's your final phase, it doesn't really matter at this point. But before you do the oxygen, hit the drone button. That's going to disable all the drones for a short amount of time. which will give everyone time to get to that east wall and wait for the panels to activate again. Remember to use the stoner. It's the most important. It's probably the only gun I ever used through this entire raid. And that is going to do it for the tips. That should be the supercomputer, the quantum computer, whatever you want to call it. Titan Beta should be destroyed. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments. I will be back very soon with Titan Omega and then Titan Zeta to end this all off. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it helped you out. Thank you for watching.